And welcome back everyone to a Scouts of Entertainment 5v3 3rd Age Reforged Siege Battle replay today at 12 for Last. We've got a special battle today at 12 for Last for you. It is the Hobbits versus the Orcs of the Misty Mountains Alliance. Today's replay was sent to me by Mac in the Wild, a great friend to the channel and good supplier of replays, so thank you very much Mac for all your support to date. Now, before we get started, it's not lost to me this is a 62,000 frame replay. My theory is that the Orcs of the Misty Mountains here decided to win this fight by simply allowing the Hobbits to die of old age. They surrounded the 12 for us and simply waited for them to die. I don't know how this replay got the 62,000 frames, but I guess we'll find out together, so here we go. Now if you guys will see your own replays featured here on this channel, there are various methods you can use to contact me with to send through your replays, which are my email, my Discord ID, and an invite to join my Discord server Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post your replays into the Battle Replay sub-channel you will find there. And if you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe of course if you haven't already, tick the bell for notifications so you never miss a fight, leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. And with that, let's go through the Hobbits. It'll be a little bit repetitive, but we'll just get a better idea of what the army will look like today. So we have, of course, Mac here with some battling brandy bucks. We've got some long bottom mobs. This is a stone throwing unit. We've got 2 units of them. I actually love these guys. This is a great unit to have if you're playing the Hobbits. We've got here some Hobbitry and arms here. Not too bad in combat, but make sure they're well supported or they'll break at pretty much full strength. We've got here some Ents. We should see 3 units of Ents today. Those Ents there in particular belong to Ingemar. We've also got here, we've got Max Ents. We have some Baywins here. A great unit, great charging unit too. We've got some battling brandy bucks over here. We've got bandits. We've got lots of bandits here today probably. 3 units there, make that, 3 units so far. Rabbit Brats Archers, which is kind of like your light to mid-tier archer unit. We've got the Elite Crossbows, the Powerful Protectors. We've got a couple units of them, both belonging to Enigma. We've got some Dundon Rangers. I imagine the defenders will be relying heavily on those particular units there for victory today. They are the best units in Shire's arsenal. We've got some Farmers of Buckland here, decent melee unit. We've got the Eagles. I actually am surprised they brought the Eagles, but Eagles have a great charge on them, but given Tall Fast's terrain, I would think they'd be a bit difficult to use. I imagine the buildings will get in the way of any charge. Like this area is probably great for combat. Outside the city, also great for combat. Around here, I think it's a bit dicey and a bit of a risk to sort of keep them and hold them back until the attackers are actually in the city over here. If they fight here, then I suppose more for combat, or outside the city, all for that as well. Anywhere else than that, then I question their use of being brought here to this battle today. We have Hobbitry and arms over there. We've got some Powerful Protectors here. Doing our Rangers belonging to Mac this time around. Over here, we've got some more Eagles. These Eagles belong to Modezus, the last defender today. So we have Mac, Modezus, and Enigma. I got there eventually. Got some Baywins, of course, some Ents. And what else we have back here? We got these Tookish Hunters, some Sheriffs of the Filings, which is basically your long motor mob on horseback. They just throw stones themselves. Last defender, of course, is getting in the city. We've got Baywins out here. Hobbitry and arms, lots of them actually. 3 units, maybe even 4. Turkish Hunters again, bandits, Dundon Rangers. Actually 2 units of Dundon Rangers there. I spoke too soon, no bandits that I can see just yet. So pretty standard across the board. Let's go and have a look at the attackers today. Similar story, a lot of the players have brought the same units here, Warg Riders. Normally I'd question them as well, but since that we know the defenders brought Eagles and Baywins, it makes sense to actually have these guys, at least for now. Eagles making their way outside the city, good to see. Over here we have, well, first of the Orcs and Misty Mountain players, Aaron. We've also got here Overlord. Reminds me of Overlord DVD. We've got some Warg Skirmishers here, Goblin Infantry, Catapult, Heavy Goblin Spears. Used to be 2 units of them. We've got some Heavy Goblin Crossbows, valuable unit to have. We've got here White Uruk Fearmongers, Snagger Skirmishers. So the best troops for the Orcs and Misty Mountains will be their Trolls, obviously, Snow Trolls, Cave Trolls. Then we're looking at White Uruk Fearmongers, Crossbows, and Snagger Skirmishers. And of course, I think the Black Bandit Berserkers, not so much a Goblin King's Bodyguard. They have a high HP, but don't really seem to do too well in fight. They're good to have put your general in that unit there so he can last as long as possible. Goblin Infantry, light tier garbage troop. We've got some Warg Skirmishers, Javelin unit on horseback. Heavy Goblin Crossbows again, Archers, Heavy Goblin Spears. There's a Goblin King's Bodyguard. Goblin Infantry, Black Uruks in the Mountains, decent unit to have. We've got here some Drake Broodlings as well, White Uruk Fearmongers again. So we've got Queen here as a third player. I've just seen those three so far. Cave Trolls as well. And a Coast. Blow-Mount Berserkers have that hidden ability. It's probably why I haven't seen them just yet, but I'd be really shocked if each Misty Mountains player didn't bring at least one unit of them. Now, no attack yet has begun. I think maybe we've got two Orcs Misty Mountain players over here. We have Cletati, Hellcase, Duckcalm. We've got Aaron's army here. This is the rest of Aaron's army. So we've got Cletati, we got Aaron, we got Queen, we got Overlord. And I'm actually struggling to find out where the last player is. It's a Pajo. There he is, Pajo. He's hiding there in Overlord's army for some reason. I suppose the attackers here should be grateful the defenders don't have a trebuchet. Well, I actually thought the Shire could bring a trebuchet, to be honest. I don't know which defender brought the artillery, or if they even brought artillery. But if the trebuchet could hit that huge blob in the distance there, I'll probably go for it myself, but this is a grace period probably. Usually there's always a grace period on this map. Last time I elected not to have a grace period. That was just what I wanted to do. Okay, the artillery piece here from Mac is of course the fireworks. This is a great piece for taking out enemy artillery in particular. And if the attackers send through all their trolls en masse in the attack and this thing goes off, we could see lots of troll casualties. And of course, this fire is so wild and crazy. To fire it at a focused position is almost a risk. It's a bit of a gamble because, you know, you want to try and focus on one specific location. This thing shoots in all directions pretty much. So unless the enemy's in a huge mass blob, I wouldn't count on getting too many casualties with this thing. In this context, right now in this location. Now, we appear to be a ways off from the engagement. And so we'll do some cutty guys and come back once the attack is underway, or the first battle commences. Okay guys, we are underway. Aaron has charged into the Balins. Balins actually fell back. Oh no, they're turning around to charge, or at least one of the units are. Okay, Mac is charging. And Aaron pulled out of his charge. Okay, both players now pulled out from their charge, but that was a bit of a false start from both teams. Modezus and Mac should have charged the walls if they had captured them. Just tagged one of them. Usually that brings the whole unit to a halt. And Balins versus Warg Riders, that fight's definitely going the Balins' way. Now, he probably decided to pull out because the crossbows here are pretty close, and an engagement in this vicinity definitely would have enabled the crossbows to get a beat on those two Balin units. And if those crossbows managed to get a hold of them, they would tear those units apart. So that is probably why the Balins fell back. Queen, they're protecting Aaron's cavalry. And this is what maybe the attackers should try. They should send up 2 units there from the crossbows belonging to Queen, keep them around this area here, charging the walls, or at least try to bait one of the Balin units to come charging out. In the event that they try to retreat, crossbows are in position, they can fire on them as they retreat, take away that unit, eliminate that threat. Because the Balins here, they can get a lot of kills if the attackers aren't careful. We've all seen how devastating the Balins can be in the past. Alright guys, we are underway. We've got our first engagement. Aaron's sending over some unit of Head Goblin Spears by themselves. Given that they're against the Shire, they should be able to last them a little while and shouldn't break too easily. Where I was going with that. He's got a unit of Goblin Infantry. He's got some Heavy Goblin Infantry, I believe. Is it Heavy Goblin Spears and Goblin Infantry? It is. Aaron's actually sending these guys up in the wrong order. Aaron, it's meant to be the other way around. You've got to send your Goblin Infantry in first, keep your Goblin Spears close to them, but behind. So the Goblin Infantry can intercept all the arrow fire. He's letting the wrong unit here get shot. That's the wrong unit. Then again, the Goblins aren't big thinkers, so these guys will probably charge in without Aaron's blessing. Now, Hobbitry and Arms surprisingly are AP. It does always surprise me to actually go through that stat with them. Which is why this is actually a pretty fair contest. The little armour the Goblins have, the Hobbits here can tear through it. I'll try to be recording a few more replays this week. I've only got a couple of live streams I think planned. A 1212 AD replay actually tonight on the 12th of April. I've got one Deep Rock Galactic on my other channel, Scouts of War. And I'll try and get a Napoleon Total War 1 and 2, I think maybe Wednesday or Thursday. And I'll try and get 30 Reforged stream going Friday or Saturday morning. And of course I got the Rise of Mordor stream Friday nights, of course, with Swayze and Ingemar. Now this is a mistake here. This is actually really good for the attackers. I think Aaron's done a good job here coaxing this ammunition out of Mac. I am a little bit surprised Mac is throwing stones here. He's got the infantry. It's possible these guys... Actually, I wouldn't say these guys are on auto fire because they'll be trying to fire right now into the heavy goblin spears. This makes me think Mac sort of targeted these guys deliberately, which is a complete waste of ammunition. These guys should not be throwing their stones at goblin infantry. This is every attacker's dream here, to get his opponent to waste ammunition on his crappiest units. He's still firing. That is not a good start there for Mac. Hang on, what's this? We've got arrows here coming in. Goblin Archers. That's not the worst in the world. Goblin Archers are a light tier archer unit. I know the hobbits don't have a lot of armor, if any, but still, these guys shouldn't go down that quickly to light tier archers. And as you can see here, the goblin spears were made short work of by the Hobbitry arms. And didn't suffer too many casualties. Remember, I was archers here firing on the goblin archers just a little bit to try and wear them down. I get that. No player likes being shot at, even by a light tier archer unit. So, you know, it's probably best to fire a few volleys into these guys, wear them down just a little bit so they become less of a threat. Now, obviously this is the unit to go after. Heavy goblin archers are now firing here as well. They're all bunched up, and that's not Cletati's fault. Because on the bridge, they don't really have that option of just going to loose formation, just stretching themselves out like this. They sort of want to contain themselves most of the time on bridges. So I get that. But yeah, this is a contest that the Heavy Goblin Archers should probably be winning.
We're under attack.
Okay, Turkish Hunters here down to 125 that unit. Bambo's Space Archers 107, not really a fair comparison. They are different units. The Turkish Hunters are your light tier Shire unit. Bambo's Space Archers more your mid tier. Got one mob just got their clubs out. It looks like they've thrown all their stones. That's unfortunate there for them. The other side are yet to begun their attack. Usually it's always the other side that engages first. But Queen hasn't sent up their armies. Queen Bobo's husband. That's the full name. Okay. Cletati is also behind here. He's not sending anything yet. Looks like Queen's gonna go first. Wonder how Queen drew the short straw there. Now, easiest way to engage first contact in this battle is to send up your light tier troops with some light to mid tier archers to provide some sort of cover and support. With eagles nearby, if they do sally out, need to keep the wargs probably close by. Eagles do hate cavalry. We have seen that in the past, so the wargs should be on standby. Only should be sent in as a last resort because it could bring them under fire from the enemy, of course. Yeah, I understand the attacker's hesitation. They're compelled to send up their mid-tier units, almost like the White Rook Fearmongers. Now, we've got the Sheriffs of the Farthings coming up. These guys here are coming out to throw their stones here into these units. This is where we should see a response. Goblin Infantry, so Pajo has prepared for this. Yeah, that's some forward thinking there. Well, a few casualties there from the white Orcs. Now this is going to hurt. Bears are going to rip these guys apart. Charge wasn't great, but Bear ones do have a great melee attack as well. Now Modezus, he has time to do a cycle charge. The Sheriffs of the Phalanx probably need to be pulled back to allow more room for the Bear ones to get a better charge off. Not to mention. Oh, don't tell me Mac is still firing into him. Yep, he is. Now, I sort of learned this the hard way myself when I was playing Rise of Mordor last week. Never really turns out very well, except if you have a pike unit, to charge into your enemy with when cavalry is charging into you. As you can see here, I think the Goblin infantry would have suffered far less casualties had they continued to run away from the Bear ones than turning around to try to charge into them. Because they did that, that really favoured the Shire. Yeah, unless you've got a spear or pike unit, you probably shouldn't charge into a cavalry unit that's charging you. It almost always will not work out well for you. Goblin infantry getting absolutely chewed up here. Bears are obviously very hungry. Well, I thought maybe he's going to commit his bad ones, because once they were committed to this attack, if they went down here, then they weren't getting back inside. Except maybe if they went across the bridges, my bad. They could go that way, if need be. Great charge there from the Eagles. This is why you need the Wargs nearby. We're having on crossbows also close by, but not set up. What's going on over here? Heavy Golem infantry arriving, a full unit. Turkish hunters. Are they still firing at the Heavy Golem infantry and Heavy Golem archers? Just not infantry on the bridge. Just, no, archers are still there. Down to 64, however. Yeah, they're being fired upon by the Turkish hunters. Got the Goblin commander here, trying to inspire his troops to get their arse into gear. The troops here are shaken. Shire's bobbing up his forces here. Working well here for Orcs and Misty Mountains to fire into them. It's just Goblin archers, however. Okay, Bandbell Splash archers here still have ammunition, down to 100. Again, this attack here, so far, pretty light. And the Goblin infantry, they're falling back. It looks like we've got some Heavy Golem spears moving up. He's got to stop sending over one year at a time. It's just, he's slowly going to deplete his forces this way and not get very far. He's got to figure out, the two players over here have got to figure out a way to punch through this area and get into the canyon there. Out of the fire of the Dunedain Rangers and powerful protectors and Turkish hunters and possibly Ramros archers up top on the hill there. They've got to find some way to get through this gauntlet as fast as possible and get to here. Even though they're not that safe, but they're more safe here than they are out there. And it looks like they're committing their assault. They got their forces staged and ready on the other side, but we've got a big wave coming in. Let's see how long it lasts. Poor Aaron. We've got stones coming in. We've also got bandits, so we're too close. Heavy Golem spears broke at 130, 180 and 120. And 181s haven't broken just yet, but they're about to. 181 and shaken. Ants nearby. Oh, the spears need trolls. There are the trolls there. Heavy gun spears broke at 171. $5% and 10% so far. The attackers need more trolls. And they also need crossbows as well. They've got snagger skirmishers here. Ooh, eagles bowled over their own troops. That makes lives easier there for the attackers. Okay, one troll there is already fallen. Bandits here firing in now too, and the others got another unit of bandits. One eagle here has fallen. We need more trolls. Yeah, Ingemar's bandits here, they're way too close. We've got some snagger skirmishers being brought up. Crossbows also being brought up. They are needed big time. But not bad. This attack here seems to have forced the defenders back a little bit. So there's a little bit of success here, noticeable for the attackers. Goblin King's bodyguard from Cletati being brought up. To inspire the troops, no doubt. Bit of a battle here. Got some snagger skirmishers going up against the bandits. One more the mob throwing their stones here into the snagger skirmishers. Bandits attacking the Mount Ura coast. Not too much involvement from the hill at this time. They've gone silent. Okay, these ants belong to Ingemar. Mount Ura coast faring slightly better than their Goblin Spear counterparts. Still got a full unit of Mount Ura coast coming over here. This is a bit dangerous. They've still got to spread out their forces more than just bunching them up. Doing the Rangers. Jeez, they should hope the Rangers don't remain inactive for as long as possible. And if I'm Ingemar, I'm definitely firing my Rangers at this time. Mount Ura coast is a decent unit of Orcs in Misty Mountains. One the defenders should tear apart if they get the chance. Alright, let's go quickly to the other side there. The combat is heavily underway. Definitely get back to that soon. Okay, Pajo is the first one over here. Queen's got some troops over here as well. What else have we covered coming up? We've got some Goblin Halberds, good unit. Goblin Archers to provide some sense of support. Catapults also firing over here. And it's just not worth it. Eagles standing by. Of course they're hiding. If they get a hit on them, it's just pure luck. One more to mob. Going to try and support the front line. Bantling Brandybucks leading the way with the defense. Most Misty Mountains here pushing their way through, obviously. They've got a bigger mass. They commit a unit here of puppetry and arms. Alright, so over here, back to here, this is where the attackers were heavily committing their forces. Looks like they retasked the snow trolls to come down here. But they were defeated. Puppetry and arms wavering, but charging forward. Snagger skirmishers at 69. Still trying to bring down the bandits over there. Goblin King's bodyguard probably fell back. I don't see them going down that quickly. I'm looking mob throwing their stones a long distance. What are they going after? Going after heavy goblin crossbows, it would seem. That's some range there, ain't it? Tookish Hunter's firing down below. I don't know if they're firing into the Ents or not. Man or Berserkers have been committed. And they're the shock unit. Orcs in Misty Mountains. So far, this is Tookish Hunter's firing down below. Bangwins could get a decent charge here on the Mountain Road coast. They're lining up for it. Now we know they have heavy goblin crossbows on the bridges. Those crossbows should be targeting the Bangwins right now. Where are they going? We got the Bangwins here charging crossbows and archers. Oh, is that a bad charge? Could be a bad charge. Yeah, that's a bad charge. Snugger Skirmish is pelting the bad one from the side. And Snugger Skirmish were successful in tearing apart the bad ones. Must have been under fire for a little while there for them to go down that quickly. The under coast breaks at 45. Second host is down to 59 at the moment. Okay, both Mountain Berserkers and Mountain Orc Berserkers mixed together. I don't think I've actually seen this combination. Like them fighting together and by themselves. It's a potent force and enough to draw fire from maybe 3 units up top. Crowd Protectors, Dungeon Rangers and Tookish Hunters all firing down below. One of the few combos that warranted such coordinated fire. Arbitrage retreating. Drake Broodlings coming across. I half wonder if Cletati should have sent these guys over to begin with, as in the first wave, as part of the first wave, you know, and then send up his light tiers with some mid-tier troops to support them, and use that force to take control of the plateau here. Mountain Berserkers down to 21. These guys will only go down that quickly under intense fire. Got the Ents here down to 4. And they're really trying to get as much use out of those guys as he can. Alright, let's head back over the other side. Now, Orc Skirmishers here. They've just been brought up to throw their javelins. Bandbusters archers here firing down below. Goblin infantry providing some meat shield cover. Hobby Trinards so far holding their ground. We're about 1/3 of the way through at the moment. Looks like the goblins here have a huge mass before us. We've got troops being thrown up by their own. Usually that's the only time we see troops being flung in the air. during a big mass push. It's always weird though to see your own troops be the ones flying from the air. Like I haven't seen any hobbits fly just yet. Just goblins. Oh, there's one. Second unit of hobbitry and arms here. Shire stacking the deck. Okay, fire is coming in now from Dunedain Rangers. This should really aid the defense. They should be able to hold here with the support of Dunedain Rangers. If anything can take the air or the stamina out of a huge army, it is the Dunedain Rangers. Okay, 30 here to 42%. Snow Trolls. We've got a bit of we've got a few troops to waddle through to get to the enemy. Oh no, 2 made it through. The rest are coming up. You gotta love the Snow Trolls. I am excited to see their new models when they eventually do come out. Whenever I see the small shields, I think of Iron Wolf's comment about how the shield's way too small for their body and they're getting an upgrade or a bigger shield. Don't know if they'll give them a bigger armor value. Probably should in hindsight. Probably has. We'll see what the developers do with that. We've got battling Brandybucks coming in. Oh, sorry, Farmers of Buckland. They're the ones with scythes. Okay, the defense here pushed them back for now. Got some black Orcs of the Mountain coming up. They're a bit more formidable. Got some Dunedain Rangers from Mac firing all the way back there into the enemy. Got the... It's a mob, isn't it? Yep. Mob throwing their stones into somebody. Good Manor Coast. There's some troll drummers here trying to provide some morale support. We've got some friendly fire there from the Dunedain Rangers. Those stones, they're going after the troll drummers, I think. Yeah, it looks that way. Okay, into who they belong to? Modezus, okay. So Ingemar and Modezus have committed their ents. Haven't seen Mac commit his just yet. Snow Trolls come back into the fight. Is it from 2 players? Oh, I wonder. Snow Trolls belonging to Overlord is there. These Snow Trolls. Triangle. Okay, they belong to Queen. Okay, yep. Batman Berserker Snow Trolls, Mount Lyric Coast. The attackers here are going for the win on this side. Bit of a risk to bring these kind of units up together, especially with Dunedain Rangers up there. They are firing into them right now. Defense holding, surprisingly. Wait, hang on. Goblin infantry is being shot at by Dunedain Rangers. It's a strange target for Modezus to go after. Look, this would be his target to go after. This is the attacker's primary attack right here. The bandits also firing in. What is here that's worth shooting at? With bandits and Dunedain Rangers. It's just Goblin infantry. And some men near a coast. At most. Strange choice there from Mac. Okay, we had some fire over there. They're silent for now. They've also committed more hobbitry in arms. That fires from Bambrel's perhaps archers, maybe? Powerful protectors, no, crossbow unit, okay, that's good. And there's these guys here taking a lot of damage. It's forced the attacker's hand here to pull out some of these background berserkers, which is, I don't know, maybe a mistake? And the reason I say maybe a mistake, okay, we've got our first general here that's fallen on the other side. And the reason I said this might be a mistake to withdraw his Blackband Berserkers is they're being targeted right now, they're being shot at by the powerful protectors. And they can sort of hide behind the Mount Uruk coast here and the Black Uruks in the mountains. While also doing damage to the hobbitry in arms. The attacker's just covering the left flank with light tier troops. We've got snagger skirmishers over here, but probably should get out of there. There's too many friendly troops in their way, and they're being shot at, I think, by the Duno Rangers. We've got Bambrel's archers up here, so they might be actually out of ammo up top. Which would be great news for the defenders, sorry, for the attackers. Horrible news for the defenders. Okay, Duno Rangers are firing, but I don't know who they're firing at. Just try and get an idea of their flight path. I'm not seeing any white shards anyway. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, they're targeting the right flank.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Alright, so I'm going to check out this side here. The attacker's holding on by a thread. We've got some crossbows firing in, trying to hold the defenders back. Goblin infantry up against some Ents's suicide. This is where Mac's Ents are. He's sallying out the defenders on this side there, seeking to destroy all the attackers left. So Aaron doesn't have much left in the tank, he's pretty much done. These guys here probably should turn around and fire into the enemy. They will be outflanking them shortly. At least that way he can get all his crossbows firing at once at the same time, taking out units like the Ents or the Duno Rangers.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Alright, we are halfway. Okay, too late. Not a bad charge there from the Ents.
Only half our force remains.
These guys should break momentarily. I don't think they're going to get away. They're shaken. They're in guard mode. Okay, they're broken.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Ents walking like a boss. Where are they going? Okay, both attacking generals on this side have been defeated. 64 to 71, so, you know, still well within the attacker's reach here. Who's fighting over here? I wonder if the general's in the Goblin infantry unit. Alright. Hang on, what's over here? Oh, they're all broken units, all of them. Yeah, the attackers on the other side aren't sending over reinforcements. Nor should they right now, because, you know, it's done. We've got Eagles here. Full unit. Doing charges on the units like the Goblin Spears, Manor Coast. Okay, they're all pulling back. Warg Skirmishers and Warg Riders from Aaron and Overlord standing by.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Alright, they're charging down. What the defenders have left up on the hill here? Should the attackers be worrying about anything? The Rangers looks to be out of ammunition. Great news for the attackers. Grand Space Archers also out of ammunition. Careful protectors, however, have their crossbows. Nice shot from the artillery. Yeah, that's a fair shot. Still a good shot. Now, Gandalf fireworks. I don't know if Mac ever fired this thing. I never saw him fire it. Still manning it. I'm curious to see what it does. Alright, let's survey the fields first before we do a cut. So, Barrel's archers firing on the reinforcements from the attackers as they can move around. The attackers should try to move up their forces in units down the hill here on the side to minimise fire from up top. Also, it makes the chance of getting fewer casualties from the Gandalf's fireworks and potentially more powerful protected units up here as well. Or to send all their forces across the bridges. That'd be the safer option. Gandalf fireworks have decent range. Could be a target here for Mac. If they station all their forces before the bridges and don't send them forward in a hurry, then that's when the Gandalf fireworks should probably fire. And aim for the middle unit there, so when it spreads out, it has a chance of hitting units across all three bridges. We'll find out later. Okay, Mac's fireworks have just opened fire on Pajo's forces below, which were spread out at the time. Goblin King's Bodyguard mixed with Black Man Berserkers, Black Orcs. Definitely a good target. It's not firing anymore. Overlord has his Black Orcs in the mountains, just waiting to go across there, it would seem. Must be out of ammunition, so he must have fired already. The crew's abandoning it. Bugger. Don't know how effective it was. Seen a few dead troops, so maybe it could have been the result of the fireworks. Catapults from Aaron being brought up. Goblin King's Bodyguard is here as well. So we've got Overlord here securing this plateau here. Before moving down his forces. So right now, guys, the attackers are just assessing what they have left. They're also looking what the defenders have left. And then when they're feeling ready, they'll commit to the next attack. So see you soon. Craftwork protectors, guys, are firing. Okay, judging from that fire, it seems like they were trying to hit the Goblin King's Bodyguard. They did succeed in taking out 3 of them, but they pretty much wasted that whole next volley. They got to cover just in time. Overlord has the rest of his forces here at cover. As you can see, Orcs and Misty Mountains are making their way across the bridge. Wargs, unit of 49, is taking on the Eagles. Was that the Bay one's also doing a side charge into them? Okay, down to 41 there. Wargs took out 2 eagles and a Balin. Not bad there for the Wargs at all. Could be trying to get away from the Balins there. They got to turn around and engage. Balins are heavily damaged. Okay, we've got Wolf skirmishers down below, a unit of 46. Against a depleted unit of Balins, Eagles also coming to aid them. Skirmishers down to 38. Skirmishers pursuing them? Maybe? I don't know where they're going now. Eagles going up top. Overlord needs to get those white orc fearmongers facing the right direction. There they go. A lot of them went down there, but then so did the Eagles, remember that. That charge did cost the Shire a little bit. Overlord took a few casualties, but it wasn't as bad. White orc fearmongers did pretty well there, all things considered. Of course, Goblin Spears will go down fast, and Goblin Infantry will go down like there's no tomorrow against the Eagles for sure. We've got 2 Eagles here, going after the artillery maybe. Where is the artillery? Oh no. Could be going after the Goblin King's bodyguard. Okay, taking out a bit of a chunk. Run, Overlord, run!
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost
Eagles can get off like 2 or 3 more charges there. Okay, 45 down to 25. 20 Goblin King's bodyguard killed by 2 Eagles on a single charge. White Warg skirmishers there to the rescue. Saving Overlord's general. Overlord not out of the woods just yet. Got those Eagles there. Black Orcs. Didn't suffer too many casualties. Okay, Wargs have swarmed the Eagles. Okay, took out one of them. One left. He's going after the general again. White orc fearmongers trying to come to the rescue. The Eagles should get off a good charge. Oh no, only 3 went down then. Oh, there you go. 63 down to 43. A single eagle, 20 kills. The defender still isn't done with them yet. Modezus can still go after Goblin, heavy Goblin halberds. Can go after Bilbo's general as well. White orc fearmongers, not so likely. Not a good charge there. Oh, he's going for the general. Oh, if he had done that charge there on the general, he'll be gone. 68 to 81. The attackers are just trying to pin this guy down. They're closing on him. They denied him that charge. The Wargs intercepted him before he could get to the Goblin infantry. No casualties. They pinned the eagle, they got him. Wargs charging into the sheriffs of the farming. Craft of protectors up top. Firing to Mount Uruk Coast. Most of the bolts finding their mark. Mount Uruk Berserkers following close by. Should be safe there. Hopefully Powerful Protectors halt their fire or switch targets to the White Uruk Fearmongers. Oh no. Not too bad actually. Crossbows lobbed over the ledge there, most of them. We've got Black Uruks coming up. That fire is a bit wild. Looks like we've got the fireworks crew. Yep. Well, obviously stones are being thrown. With this kind of force making their way up the hill here, the hobbits need plenty of stone throwers, crossbows to try and hold this mass back. Stone throwers here again, some good targets. Turkish hunters are going to be sent up shortly to hold the enemy for as long as possible. We've got bandits here. Okay, it's a good thing Matt kept some of these units in reserve. It's a tempting time to use them. Let's see how well they go. Oh, they're broken. Okay, Mac, hold your fire. Hold your fire. Yeah, it's not working out too well for Mac. That last volley shouldn't have happened. We've got being brought up some more Black Uruks in the mountains. And the wargs shouldn't be here. There's just no room for them to charge. They won't be helping too much. See, they're all just keeling over right now. The Shire keeps feeding this wall of defense. More troops. We've got Black Realm Berserkers coming up. Their presence should change this dynamic. We should see the tankers start to push forward a bit faster. Turkish Hunters still firing up top. Powerful Protectors still firing. The Blackback already here? Yeah, they are. They're already at the front. Jeez, that was fast. Oh, great charge there from the Ents. These are max Ents, I believe. Yeah. But they're surrounded by high quality troops. Starting to keel over. Down to 2. Geez, didn't they drop fast when they entered combat? Whose general is that? Overlord's general has arrived, and Queen's brought some black Orcs in the mountains, a full strength unit. Balance of power moves slightly in favour of the defenders, but still in favour of the attackers at this stage. Orcs in Misty Mountains here have still some high quality troops. Black Orcs making their way to the front. He's firing into them. Heavy on crossbows I see there. Couple units of crossbows. Full unit of halberds. We've got some powerful protectors coming down. Really good spear unit. Tough to kill. Fire still coming in from the Turkish hunters. Better than nothing at this stage to have some units with ammunition. Two units of powerful protectors from Modezus and Mac. That right flank of the attackers is getting really hammered. That's where the Goblin infantry should go, to the right flank, since that's under the most intense fire right now. All the spears are being lowered. We've got the defenders here pushing forwards, trying to impale their goblin enemies. About 2/3 of the way through. I probably will times 2 speed it, just because it's getting so grindy at this stage. Still got a bit of fire here coming in from, looks to be a longbottom mob. Down to 45. Another fresh unit, Black Orcs here from Pajo. 78 to 90. Okay, here, so the defenders are the weakest right now on their left flank, and that's where the attackers are pushing hard. If they can try to somehow break through this defense and outflank the powerful protectors, then we should see this defense crumble. The defenders need to send down more troops. They've got to hold that left flank of theirs. They cannot allow the enemy to get behind the powerful protectors. They're almost through. I'm not seeing any reinforcements being brought down. There's some Modezus powerful protectors here. They've still got ammunition, but if they can somehow position themselves to fire on the enemy as they come through their left flank, might be able to try and hold them at bay, keep them back. But this is where the attackers need to focus. Got powerful protectors firing down on them.
Defeat seems almost certain.
The Goblin Spears looks like they're firing the powerful protectors. It seems like the attackers have shifted their attention to fighting the powerful protectors. We've got another fresh unit here from Duno Rangers, reinforcing the left flank. White Orc Fearmongers coming up on Goblin King's bodyguard belonging to Queen. It's risky, but they have to push and break through the defender's left flank.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
They can't afford to hit the Pajo Protectors head on. Let's play into the defender's game. Chucky Shanta's moving down. Pajo Protectors moving down as well. The attacker's window to outflank the Pajo Protectors over here is closing fast. If they can get through fast enough. I don't know. Okay. Matt got this unit here just in the nick of time. Our flank was seconds away from breaking. We've got another unit here from Modezus. I think Pajo Protectors still with ammunition. Yep. Now, given that we know the Pajo Protectors up top are there, Queen should probably commit those forces. The attackers here should be shifting most of their forces now to the left, or wherever they place those crossbows. Hang on, is he sending straight into the fight? He is. Well, that's a great thing. That's great news for the attackers. Wonder why he did that. These guys could have used the last of their ammunition, destroying the attacker's right flank, or at least severely damaging it. I'm actually be reinforcing that right flank of theirs with those rangers soon. It seems to be where the most thinnest. Defenders are definitely strongest on the left flank. Weaker now on the right. It's tight. Okay. As the first of Samwise Gamgee's cousins to go down, he has actually two cousins on the field today, my bad. As I'll get his 4 other cousins, he's lost I think 2 of them so far. We've got some fire there coming in from Hegel and crossbows. They're down to 13. Sheriffs with the filing spazzing a little bit, just trying to find a way into the attackers. Why is Pajo pulled out to redirect, to redeploy? He's not running away. It seems like the attackers realise that their best chance of breaking through is on the left flank right now. It's a bad time to lose a general, especially when making a big push like that. Attackers continue to hack their way through. $7,000 frames to go. Balance of power dead even now. Victory seems certain though for the attackers on this side. Balance of forces evenly matched, 90 to 96. Wider Fimongers breaking. Okay, Pajo's crossbows here, firing at the enemy. And Pajo should be just staying where he is and firing. We've got some golden crossbows here, trying to hold the enemy back for now. Looks like the spears that are down there have reformed. Hang on, those halberds need to turn around. Oh, they broke on them. Crossbows are trying to stay in the fight.
It's time to press the attack. For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
92 to 97.
The enemy army flees the field.
Okay, first crossbow unit down. This one's down now as well. Got some heavy golem infantry in the city there. They've reformed. 93 to 97. We've got Pajo's bodyguard here down to 30. Still fighting away.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is.
Oh, he must have quit.
Break the spirit of his arm.
That's a shame. General, they're still hacking his way through the powerful protectors, even though the unit's broken.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
General might get out of this alive. Or not.
Captured the enemy's general.
There he goes.
That will teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
And that should be that. And the rest of this battle is just going to involve the hobbits just flushing out the last of the enemy's units in the city here. Looks like Aaron's catapult crew got left behind. Wonder if this thing had any ammunition left in it. Okay, so congratulations to the Shire on their great victory today. Modezus 4,426 kills. Nice job there, mate. Ingemar 2,557 and Mac 3,287. Awesome kill counts across the board. Cletati.org 1317, leading the way there. We've got Aaron at 896, Pajo at 979, Overlord 708, and Queen Bobo's husband 870. Okay, we can actually look at kill counts from all three defenders today. Powerful protectors range from 112 to 243. Doing our ranges 364 to 568. Rainbow Pass archers here 153, 222, and 276. Turkish hunters did a phenomenal job for a light tier archer unit, of which they don't give enough credit, it seems. 729 to 352. We got here Hobbitry and Arms 153 to 107. Farmers Buckland here, 3 out of 4 units are getting over 100 kills. 91, 128, 132 and 184. Bay one's 272 and the Great Eagles 560. Enigma. Powerful Protectors range from 140 to 183. Doing ranges were 210 to 386. Bandbells Pass Archers 113 to 118. NC at 270. Bandits didn't do very well, unfortunately, but they probably did a lot of damage. We've got here Battling Brandy Bucks 151. Hobbitry and Arms ranging from 52 to 206. The Tuki Hunters here at 149. And Mac, he's doing our ranges 400 and 358. Bay ones 218. Sheriffs of the Farthings 117. Gandalf's Fireworks 284. So they got a few kills there to their name. Proudfoot Protectors there 194 to 305. Tuki Hunters 171 to 193. Longbottom Mob 171 to 178. Farmers of Buckland range from 46 to 132. Battling Brandy Bucks 43 to 106, and that is that. So, thank you to Mac for sending me the replay. If you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, guys, you know what to do. Send it to me via my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. Directly to me on the Discord via my Discord ID. Joining my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and posting your replay into the Battle Replay sub-channel on the Discord. Or tagging me in the 30 Days Reforged replay you post on the 30 Days Reforged Discord as well. This is Mika, on behalf of Scouts Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scouts. Catch you in the next Total War battle.